What you do? Hey, are you watching Durandar? Okay. So, good morning, children. Good morning to all. How are you all? Okay. So, can you hear me? Is my voice audible to you? Okay. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning to everyone. Okay. So, Bhavishya, good morning. Good morning. Good morning to everyone. I think you are the sister of Charit, right? Yeah. Okay then. So in the last class, we discussed about algae. Yeah. So Kiranya, good morning. Good morning. Good morning to everyone. Everyone. So I may not remember all of your names by looking your YouTube IDs. Once you come for offline classes, then we can recognize your face as well as your names. Okay, till that, let us not waste our time just by discussing unnecessary things. Let us go into today's class. I think in the last class, we discussed about algae, right? Now, let us see some details regarding bryophytes. So, bryophytes, these plants, they prefer to grow marshy and shady localities. So, where do they live? Marshy and shady localities. Understood? And one more important thing, the most important aspects, bryophytes are considered to be amphibians of plant kingdom. Amphibians of plant kingdom. Someone is saying you will not come for the girls campus, something like. Who said that I will not come? I may come. Girls campus or boys campus or both. So don't think all such unnecessary things. Just keep your concentration only on our present discussion. Okay. Now listen to me carefully. So they are said to be amphibians of plant kingdom. Very, 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 very important. Do you know what do you mean by amphibian? What do you mean by amphibian? Can anybody tell? What do you mean by amphibian? I'm waiting for your reply. I'm waiting for your reply. Okay, some people saying both land and water. Water and land, live on land. Okay, okay. So, this is what I wanted to clear you, because you already have a prefixed definition for amphibian, right? That's why to make you clear about the amphibian term here, I am asking you. Now listen to me carefully. They are not like frogs. Frog lives in water as well as land. Hence it is called amphibian. These bryophytes are not frogs. Remember, they are not like animals. They are actually land plants. Bryophytes are said to be primitive land plants. Primitive land plants, because we are using the term primitive as they are well adapted to grow in marshy and shady localities. That's why we say that they are primitive land plants. Of course, there are also some other regions we will discuss later. So here they are primitive land plants, but they depend on water for fertilization. That is, for the movement of their male gametes. Very, 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 very important. Understood? That's why they are called as amphibians of plant kingdom. So they are land plants, but they need water for fertilization. Therefore, they are called as amphibians of plant kingdom. Understood? So, Miss Lashanand, Miss or Mr. I don't know. You are continuously saying about cold-blooded. These are all animals, man. So, I am not talking about animal. Animal amphibian definition is different, and here the definition is different. Okay, don't get confused. Okay, listen to me carefully. So, here amphibian, these bryophytes are called amphibians of plant kingdom. You know why? Because they are actually land plants, but still they need water to complete their life cycle. What for? They need water for the movement of their male gametes. That is why they are called as amphibians of plant kingdom. So be clear with this. So don't get confused. Okay? The term amphibian that you have studied in zoology is different, and here is different. They don't stay both water and land, or they don't stay like frogs, sometime in water and sometime on land. They are entirely different. They are actually land plants, but they need water for their fertilization purpose. So that is the importance of this amphibians of plant kingdom in case of bryophytes. Yeah. Next, apart from that, are you clear now? Are you clear with this terminology like amphibians of plant kingdom? Is it clear for all of you? I am waiting for your reply. Is it clear for all of you? Yes, that's good. That's good. Okay. Now, another most important thing, is bryophytes. Also atracheophytes. What do you mean by atracheophytes? What do you mean by atracheophytes? What do you mean by atracheophyte? I told you in the last class about the definition of atracheophyte. You can ask all your doubts or queries related to today's class or yesterday's class at the end of our discussion. I am repeatedly saying every day that I am going to allot some 10 to 15 minutes at the tag ends of our today's class to clarify your doubts. Just keep your concentration only on those aspects that I am discussing, and just reply only for those questions that I am asking. Give only answer. Okay? So don't use this platform for your personal chatting. Yeah, that's good. Many of them are saying the correct answer. So Pushpa Varshika, so many people. Yeah, Divyashree, without vascular tissues or non-vascular. They don't have vascular tissues. Karthik, so many. Yeah. Kabutar. Yes, yes, yes. So they are atracheophytes. So they are amphibians of plant kingdom. And they are atracheophytes. And apart from this, these are first embryophytes in the plant kingdom. What are they? First embryophytes. That means embryo formed for the first time in the bryophytes. Apart from that, they are also called archegoniates. What? Archegoniates. That means here archegonium is female sex organ. So what is the female sex organ? It is archegonium. That is why they are called archegoniates. Can anybody tell what is the shape of archegonium? In the last class I told. What is the shape of archegonium? I am just waiting for your reply. What is the shape of archegonium? Yes, female reproductive organ, primitive land plants, some people. Okay. Now I am asking about the shape of archegonium. That's good. Nishant was the first man to answer. Sridevi. Yeah. Yeah, Saroja, Pushpavarshika. Yes, 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 yes. So all of them giving a correct answer. So it is a flask-shaped structure. Okay. And is it multicellular or unicellular? In case of bryophytes, this archegonium, is it multicellular or unicellular? Just answer. Just give your reply. In case of bryophytes, the sex organs, are they multicellular or unicellular? I am waiting for your reply. Yes, that's good. That's good. That's good. Multicellular. Remember, multicellular sex organs formed from the bryophyte. So the sex organs are multicellular. Multicellular sex organs are present here. And one more important thing here, the plant body of bryophytes. Bryophytes plant body is gametophyte. So, what is the dominant phase in the life cycle of bryophytes? Gametophyte. So, it is the dominant phase. Dominant phase is gametophyte. Then what about sporophytes in case of bryophytes? I am asking about sporophyte because these things already I discussed in the last class and last before class. What about sporophytes? Sporophytes in case of bryophytes. Sporophytes in case of bryophytes. I am waiting for your reply. So there is a lag between you and me. So that's why, yeah, sporophyte. Okay, non-dominant. Yes, depends on gametophyte. That's good. It is a parasite on gametophyte. That's good. That's good. That's good. Yes, it is a parasite. So the sporophyte is dominant. And one more important thing is this plant body may be thalloid or leafy in form. Leafy in form. So we have two kinds of plant bodies in case of bryophytes. We have thalloid plant body as well as leafy plant body. Thalloid. What do you mean by thallus? What do you mean by thallus? Let me check once again how many of you can answer. So what do you mean by thallus? Yes, thallus. Yes, that's good. Pushpa Varshika. It is undifferentiated plant body. That's good. Undifferentiated plant body. This, if you start giving, response to my questions, that really gives some confidence in me that you are correctly following and you are, attentively listening the class. This are all, a kind of science for us. So this kind of attitude you should maintain throughout our online classes. Now, so thalloid or leafy form. There are two kinds of plant bodies you can see here. It may be thalloid or leafy form. And this plant body is atracheophytic, that it is not having any kind of vascular tissues, and this plant body is made with only parenchyma. Parenchyma is a simple tissue. It is a simple tissue. So that is very, very important. And best example for thalloid plant bodies. So I am now giving an example. Just try to remember. Of course, I will give much more details about this thallus, thalloid and leafy plant body. All these details you are going to get in our offline classes. But the best example for thalloid plant body is Mercantia. Just pronounce it Mercantia, because these scientific names you must repeat along with the teacher, otherwise you may not pronounce it properly, or you may forget sometime the spellings or proper pronunciation. So the name of example for thalloid plant body is Mercantia. Mercantia is having thallus like plant body. Similarly, leafy forms are also there. We have different examples like Funaria is one example. There is also another example called Polytrichum. Polytrichum. There is also another example like Sphagnum. Sphagnum. These are all some important examples. And here the sex organs, listen to me here, sex organs are two kinds. I already told they are multicellular and jocketed. Jocketed means they have a protective covering around the sex organ. And here the male sex organ is called antheridium. What is it? Antheridium. And female sex organ is archegonium. Listen to me carefully. So what is the male sex organ? Antheridium. And what is the female sex organ? Archegonium. Understood? These are the sex organs. Next, before going into the details of sexual reproduction, like I will give you some more details regarding sexual reproduction, I am now going to give you types of fertilizations. Listen to me carefully. This is most important. This information is not available in your NCERT book. Even after coming to your offline classes, teachers, they don't deliver it in our offline classes because they don't get that much time to give these details. So now itself, if possible, you copy it. So there are different methods of syngamies are present. Syngamy in the sense fertilization. Syngamy or fertilization. There are different methods are there in the plant kingdom. One of the method Isogamy. Isogamy. And the second method, anisogamy. And the third one, oogamy. Listen to me carefully. Listen to me carefully. Isogamy, anisogamy, oogamy. These are the different methods of fertilizations present in the plant kingdom, in different groups of plant kingdom. Now, let us go one by one. First, let us see about the isogamy. Isogamy, in the sense here, both fusing gametes are morphologically and physiologically similar, and here gametes cannot be differentiated into male and female gametes. So you cannot differentiate gametes into male and female. Both look exactly same, but they fuse and forms a zygote. That is isogamy. Again, in isogamy we have different types. Isogamy with motile gametes, isogamy with non-motile gametes. Such variations are also there. So those details we'll discuss in offline classes. But just remember, this isogamy is present in algae. Where? Algae. Not in all algae, some algae. Not in all algae, some algae. Understood? Some algae have it. Next, let us take anisogamy. This anisogamy is also present in some algae. Some algae, not in all. Remember, not in all, some algae. Understood? Now, let us see what is this anisogamy. Anisogamy in the sense, here, the fusing gametes, both fusing gametes are morphologically and physiologically dissimilar. They differ in their size. One gamete is called macrogamete and other gamete is called microgamete. And most important thing about this anisogamy is, here both fusing gametes may be motile or non-motile. Motile means, what do you mean by motile? They have locomotion ability. Non-motile, immovable. Understood? So that is the important. This is also seen in algae, not in all algae, some algae. This one in some algae and this one also in some algae. I will give you the examples in our offline classes. Just now try to remember the definitions about isogamy and anisogamy. Now I am going with oogamy. Listen to me carefully. There is a minute difference between this oogamy and anisogamy. In oogamy, the female gamete is large and It is called egg or ovum. Whereas male gamete is small and is called sperm or antherozoid. Antherozoid or simply male gamete. This oogamy, this oogamy is again two kinds on the basis of whether male gamete is motile or non-motile. On the basis of motility of male gamete. Again, it is two types. What are they? Now let us see. One is zooidogamy. Pronounce it zooidogamy. Z-O-O-I-D-O-G-A-M-Y. Zooidogamy. And the second one, siphonogamy. Siphonogamy is the second one. Zooidogamy and siphonogamy. Zooidogamy in the sense here male gamete is motile and is called antherozoid or spermatozoid. You can call it as antherozoid or spermatozoid. You can see this in case of algae, bryophytes and pteridophytes. Algae, bryophytes and pteridophytes. Now, when it comes to the siphonogamy, here male gamete is non-motile and it is carried to female gamete with the help of pollen tube. Very, 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 very important. Pollen tube. If it is carried by pollen tube, then it is called siphonogamy. Understood? Example. You can see this in gymnosperms and angiosperms. Have you got the clarity now? Have you got the clarity? Oh. Have you got the clarity? Respond. Is there any confusion in this? Yes. Yes, yes. Yeah. I'm waiting for your reply. Okay. Okay, that's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. So, once again, I'm going from the beginning. In case of isogamy, your both fusing gametes are motile or non-motile. Maybe motile, maybe non-motile, but they are morphologically, physiologically similar. Means their size is same, their physiology is also same. Whereas anisogamy, one is smaller and the other one is larger, and both may be motile, both may be non-motile. Even in oogamy, they are morphologically and physiologically dissimilar. But what is the difference? Here, the female gamete is always non-motile. Female gamete is always non-motile or stationary simply. Whereas male gamete may be motile or may be non-motile. Understood? That's very important. So male gamete may be motile or non-motile, but female gamete always non-motile. But here both gametes may be motile, both gametes may be non-motile. That means the male gamete and female gamete, micro and macro, both may be motile or both may be non-motile. Here the female gamete, here in the sense oogamy, the female gamete is never motile. It is always non-motile, that is always stationary. Understood? Whereas male gametes differ, like in some cases they are motile and some other cases they are non-motile. So where are they motile? In case of algae, bryophytes, pteridophytes. Where are they non-motile? In case of gymnosperms and angiosperms. If they are non-motile, then how are they carried to the female gamete? With the help of pollen tube. Pollen tube. That is the importance of this. Understood? Have you got the clarity? Have you got the clarity now? I am waiting for your reply. Have you got the clarity? Miss Kalpana, you are not keeping your concentration on the class. Yes. Okay, that's good. That's good. That's good. And Miss Kalpana Vankadari, she is always busy in talking to others, not busy in listening to the class. I may speak to your parents once within few days. We have your numbers, you know. All your numbers we have, like our administrators having your numbers. Yeah. Now you can ask me your doubts. Some people are saying that they have some doubts. Now you can ask me doubts. Like if you want to take screenshot of this information, just you can take it and copy it into your notebook. Take the screenshot and copy it into your notebook. Because this information is very important and it is not available in the NCERT book. Okay. Now ask me your doubts. You can ask me your doubts now. I'm waiting for your reply. Yeah, some guy is asking me what are the examples for isogamy. Yes, isogamy, we have some examples. I told you some algae. If you want, I can give you Spirogyra. Spirogyra is a algae where both gametes are non-motile. Both gametes are non-motile. Whereas there is also another algae that is Ulothrix. 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 Here both gametes are motile. Both gametes are motile. Okay. Okay. Can you give example for amphibian, sir? Amphibian, I told you no. Amphibian like bryophytes. Bryophytes are the amphibian. Okay. All bryophytes are amphibians of plant kingdom. Why they are called amphibians? Because they are actually land plants, but still they depend on depending on water for their fertilization purpose. That's what I told you. Amphibians. Don't take the examples of your animals. Think about only plants. Okay. Then sir, only frog is example for amphibian, or any other animal is there? There are so many. You will get it in your zoology subject. You have bundles of examples in your zoology. Oogamy examples I gave you here. Oogamy is of two types. Zoidogamy example, algae, bryophytes, pteridophytes, and some algae, not all algae, some algae. And for siphonogamy, gymnosperms and angiosperms, these are the examples. Primitive land plants, but they need water for fertilization. Okay, you are rating the same thing. Okay. Spirogyre involves in asexual mode reproduction, sir. Yes, it has asexual and sexual, both it is having. Next, examples for oogamy. Already it is given. Oogamy is of two types. It is not one type. Oogamy itself is of two types. One is zoidogamy, siphonogamy. It is already mentioned on the board. Yes, I told you no. You need to write all this into your notebook. This is very important information. You don't get it in your NCERT book. Even your teachers to whom you are going to expose in your offline classes, they don't explain all these things, because these are all basic things. Okay. Sir, can you please move aside? Okay, you will take screenshot. Sure. So you are asking me to go out from the class? Bhavikatta, Bhavishya. How did fertilization evolve from algae to flowering plants? You can understand only if we start explaining about life cycles of different groups of plant kingdom. Pushpa Varshika, your doubt is good and excellent, and it is essential to know, but now it is not the time, because I am not explaining the life cycle, whole life cycle, just I am giving basic details of every plant group. So when you study the life cycles of each group, then you can understand how exactly the evolution has happened, and what are the primitive sex organs, and what are the advanced, and how advanced system has came into the existence. All those details you can know only after understanding life cycles. That will be taught in your offline classes. No, this information, some Chalapati Korra is asking me, again these topics are taught brief in offline classes. No, whatever now I am discussing, they are not taught again. We are directly going into the original syllabus, that means your NCERT book. Sir, pollen tube is made of what? Pollen tube, you want to know pollen tube? Pollen tube, actually it is composed of cellulose and pectin. What? Cellulose and pectin, these are all the cell wall materials. Yeah, sir, oogamy is same as angiosperm, sir. Yes, almost same in case both gymnosperms and angiosperms. You are right. Okay, next, anything else? First, let us complete our class within 2 minutes. Quick, any more doubts? Any more doubts? My name is Kiranya. Who is that? Chalapati. Okay. Kiranya. Okay, Miss Kiranya. Good. Oogamy is same as angiosperms. Who is this? Lachi Reddy. Gari. What is that? Jaya Rami Reddy. Okay. Sir, oogamy is same as angiosperms. Yes. Almost exactly same, but there is small differences are there in the pattern of carrying gametes, and also gamete production, and also the site where it germinates, pollen grain germinates and forms pollen tube. There is some difference. You will understand all those details when we discuss about life cycles in offline classes. Parenchyma is a simple tissue. is a tissue present in the plant body. Okay, so who is that guy? Chaitanya. Okay, next ask doubts but you haven't seen. Who is that? Kabutar. कबूतर का बाजी, क्या नाम है रहे वो. So you can ask me once again, because it will be scrolling very fastly, so we may not see all doubts, only some which appear on the screen we could able to see. Sometimes when many messages appear, so it will scroll very fastly, then we may not see. Why the significance of water in fertilization lower plants and its elimination in higher plants? Could not understand. Yes, because of seed habit. As seed habit appeared in higher plants, gradually, see, the plants started adjusting to the land habit. Life has started in the water, and gradually they started adjusting to the land habit. On the land, there is so much of variations are there in its topography as well as other environmental features. That's why the plants are also try to adjust to their environment. In that course of evolution, gradually they lost depending on water, and gradually they shifted to a habitat where there is not much water is available, or they stopped doing all the patterns of their methods of reproduction and all. They shifted to as per land conditions. So this is what happened. Of course, you will understand much more details about this when we discuss about sexual reproduction. There we have a separate topic to know the importance of seed habit and how it helps the plant. All those details you will know under a chapter called sexual reproduction. Okay, let me go to some other doubts. Bryophytes are primitive land plants, but further movement of water is needed, then it is said as hydrophilic, or no, they are not hydrophytes. They need water only for fertilization. For remaining things they don't need. Means they can adapt to the land habit, but they are not adapted to the dry lands. Remember, as still they want water to complete their life cycle, they are always growing near the water bodies, say near the shore of a river or moist land, something like. So still they want water. They are not hydrophytes. You cannot say them as completely as hydrophyte, because they have land habit. Okay, that's why we used to call them as amphibian, because they need water for their fertilization. Yeah, next, bryophytes are terrestrial plants. Why do they require? That's what I'm saying. Still their water dependency is there in the course of evolution, as they have motile male gametes. Next, they depend on water for fertilization for amphibians. Yes, you are right, Chaitanya, you are right. Where did you get the information? Can you please show? Who is that? Depend on water for fertilization. Why they dependent? Because their gametes are motile, antherozoids, Chaitanya. Their male gametes are motile, so they must want water. Otherwise, they cannot complete their life cycle. Anisogamy, you want example. Who is that? Susrat. Anisogamy, there is one example called Eudorina. You are going to know about these examples in your offline classes. Eudorina, U-D-E-O, U-D-E-R-O-N-A, Eudorina. Next, egg is large in Oogamy because it stores nutrients and cytoplasm required for zygote formation. Yes, you are partially correct. Next, why is egg is large in Oogamy? Yeah, someone is saying. So egg is always large because you know one thing. So you will understand the purpose of size of egg in your genetics class that you are going to expose in the second year. Cytoplasm, whatever you have in your body, you received from your mother's egg, not from your father. Like sperm contain very scanty cytoplasm, most of the cytoplasm that you have received from your mother. So this all happened. Of course, you will know about this when we discuss about cytoplasmic inheritance in second year, not in the first year. So that is the topic which is there in genetics. There you are going to know much more details about it. So yeah, completed. Then it was taught in our 10th by teachers. Okay, what's a good? That's good. Yeah, next. Yeah, that's all. I think your doubts have clarified, and we'll meet again tomorrow at the same time. Thank you very much. With this, I'm closing today's session. Thank you.